spraying stars will click ahead of World Cup opener against Australia. The ego-driven problems that saw France players go on strike at the 2010 World Cup seem consigned to the past as the nation seek the ultimate form of football glory, 20 years on from their last triumph. Yet the sign to open their campaign against Australia on Saturday do not exactly seem a picture of tranquility. The nature and timing of Antoine Griezmann's announcement that he is resisting advances from Barcelona and staying at Atletico Madrid were bizarre. An RT video clip released by him on Twitter barely 48 hours before the nation's campaign kicks off. La Decision, the clip was entitled, Mi afición, mi equipo, mi casa. My fans, my team, my home, he tweeted. This did not look like an individual whose heart and soul resides with Didier Deschamps' squad. There's been a prickliness about Griezmann leading into this tournament. He said earlier this month that becoming the attacking player who has flourished for France in previous tournaments was not his objective, and he rejected any notion that, at 27, he has become the nation's key player. I am not the boss, he said. Playing for the French national side can bring out that kind of reaction. The players like Deschamps, but there's not that collective every squad needs. The best of Paul Pogba is as elusive a commodity for Deschamps as it has been for José Mourinho. Country, just like club, have not been able to carve out the ideal mold for him. There's also a huge weight of expectation as the nation tries to take the next step with a new generation, including two of the four most expensive players in world football, Kylian Mbappé and Ousmane Dembélé. There was strong criticism from the French media after the side lost to Colombia in the last friendly. You don't win competitions on talent alone, 1998 World Cup winner Christophe Dugarry warned this week. You win because you've got the right mentality. A good start can mean those problems melting away, of course, and with N'Golo Kante and Blaise Matuidi delivering the kind of work rate they do in midfield, emerging at the top of Group C certainly looks well within France, with Peru and Denmark also in the mix. Australia coach Bert van Marwijk has yet to decide who will lead the Socceroos attack, with former A-League reject Andrew Nabout appearing to be leading the race ahead of Tommy Jurek, who plays for Swiss side Lucerne. The Australian's defensive game has been a top priority for Van Marwijk since he was parachuted in to replace Ange Postecoglou in January, though that still looks like a work in progress. Outstanding player Aaron Moo, who had a good start to the last Premier League season with Huddersfield Town, is not in the same class as the French. But defender Josh Riston, who postponed his honeymoon after a call-up to Van Marwijk's squad, encapsulated the resolve of a side who arrive here on the back of the most arduous qualifying campaign in World Cup history, 27 games and more than 250,000 miles traveled. The bigger the occasion, the tougher the opponent, the better we get up for the game, he said. Mbappé sought to bring down expectations by stating on the eve of the campaign that his nation still lagged behind the competition's favorites. Let's face it, Brazil, Spain and Germany are a little ahead of us, he said. But on one competition you never know what can happen. We have potential. Lloris raised more questions than answers when he was asked on Friday about the timing of Griezmann's big reveal. We are very focused on the World Cup and we had a laugh, he said. The most important thing is that he feels good,